People have a lot of questions about nutrition in pregnancy, and I think especially at the beginning of pregnancy, people feel concerned about that when they're feeling sometimes really sick. And so in early pregnancy, we say the best thing you can do in early pregnancy is you just have to get through it. So if you're feeling really sick, eat what you can, when you can. If you feel like you can keep something down, that's the most important thing. And we always say later on in pregnancy, we can focus more on a balanced diet, but the beginning of pregnancy, you just have to survive it however you can. So in the first trimester, it's often difficult to eat a perfect diet for pregnancy because of all the nausea and poor appetite that a lot of women experience. During that time, a lot of people find eating small, frequent meals is helpful. Eating what you can, when you can. Sometimes things that are minty or ginger or salty or sometimes sit better in your stomach than other kinds of foods. And that's okay for that period of time. Later in the pregnancy, you can focus more on more of a balanced diet. Almost everybody eats enough bread, carbs, and fruit. The thing that I think women have a hard time getting enough in their diet are dairy products, proteins, and vegetables. So those are the things to focus on. I often think it's helpful sometimes to even put some sample diet ideas on your refrigerator just so that during the day as you're snacking, it can kind of help remind you of what you've already eaten so far during the day and what you might need to try to emphasize more of as your day goes on. So it's a good idea to try to eat 4 to 5 servings of dairy products every day. So that includes milk, cheese, or yogurt. Also eating healthy kinds of protein. So meats, fish, tofu, beans, eggs are all good sources of protein. And then also we want you to eat, if you can, 3 to 5 servings of fruits and vegetables every day, including leafy greens, which are a great source of iron. A lot of women have problems with anemia during pregnancy and often take iron supplements, but the most important thing is to get iron through food. And sometimes iron supplements are necessary as well, but the best way to get iron into your body is through the food that you eat. So that's through red meat and dark leafy green vegetables in particular. It's a great idea to take prenatal vitamins before you're even pregnant if you're planning a pregnancy. And if not, start taking one as soon as you know you're pregnant. The most important ingredient in prenatal vitamins is folic acid for the first trimester. And that's why sometimes people who are experiencing nausea and vomiting in pregnancy, we just give them only a folic acid supplement because some of the other ingredients in the multivitamin that prenatal vitamins are can cause some stomach upset when you're already feeling a little bit sick. But the most important thing is that folic acid. Folic acid is important because it helps prevent some really serious birth defects like spina bifida or anencephaly when the baby's brain and spinal cord have not formed normally. And that happens in the very beginning of pregnancy. That's why it's important to start taking it right away. Later in pregnancy, sometimes we'll switch to a prenatal vitamin, which is a kind of multivitamin. It includes other kinds of vitamins, including folic acid, but also other things like iron that help develop your growing baby. Eating fish or taking fish oil supplements during pregnancy can be helpful in terms of your baby's growing brain and nervous system, and also decreasing risk for childhood respiratory problems like asthma. So there is some research to suggest that women who take fish oil supplements or include fish in their diet during pregnancy have babies who are less likely to develop asthma in childhood. More than the number of pounds a woman gains during pregnancy, it's more important to eat a healthy, balanced diet. Almost everybody drinks more juice than they need to. Juice can actually cause a lot of weight gain, so a small glass of juice every day is fine, but that's about it. It's better to eat fruit. And also during pregnancy, it's okay to have some treats like a little ice cream or a little cake once in a while, but it's really important to not go overboard on those things because you can end up gaining much more weight than you should, and it's really hard to lose that weight after the baby is born.